What's up, mortals? It's Dante from the Anime Underworld, and today we have Chapter 177, A Battle Between Men. As one fight ends, another is about to begin. So let's get right into it. The chapter begins with the roars of the crowd in the stadium. 𝐬𝐨𝐫𝐞 is looking for Shion, calling his name, wondering just where he is. And he was over there in a corner, crying. She asks what's going on. The captain's match is almost over, and he's up next. But Shion, he's crying, saying that he's just gonna bow out, which makes her concerned. Why would he possibly leave? Does he have a stomach ache or something? He tells 𝐬𝐨𝐫𝐞 that the whole idea of facing Prince Tristan, how could he ever do that? Tristan is just in the back while everyone is watching 𝐼𝐻 versus Balin, and things are getting interesting. 𝐼𝐻 has broken an eye-popping torrent of attacks, but Balin is like a steel wall. Nothing is affecting him. Even getting poked by a javelin did nothing. And speaking of, he tosses that javelin back to 𝐼𝐻, saying, "Here, you can have it back." "Oh, your idea of chivalry? How thoughtful." Balin explains, "I just want to climb to a higher place. But you, not even fighting for real yet, are you?" 𝐼𝐻 smirks, saying, "Oh, I'm liking you even more." 𝐼𝐻 then summons a giant tornado, even bigger than the last time, and it engulfs practically the entire arena. Everyone is taking cover, hoping not to get caught in too. He's playing for keeps this time, but is it going to work? Balin noticed that he's overworking himself, but what is the point of this madness? That giant tornado apparently shrunk into a small little spear. Everyone is freaking out, but the Green Knight says, "Oh, this is looking fun." Focusing all that wind in one point. This is actually pretty similar to the Trillion Dark thing that Meliodas had, focusing his immense darkness into tiny little orbs for more impact, so this ought to be good. 𝐼𝐻 proclaims, "I see, Balin, that this is the only way to beat you. But I don't want to kill you, alright? So try and dodge it." Donnie tells what we're probably all telling it to any anime character. Why would you announce your attack? Why would you tell him to avoid it? This is a high density shot. A direct hit will blow a hole in him. He can win as long as it hits home, while everyone else is just kind of shocked that he would consider this. 𝐼𝐻 casts his spell, Breakthrough. The small orb of wind is then launched at high speed, but Balin, he's just standing there, menacingly. He's not dodging at all. And boom, the explosion shocks the arena. It hit Balin dead on. It was right on Balin. And he's still there in one piece. It didn't hurt him at all. Not a scratch. But how is this even possible? Taking a strike like that for no damage at all? Since 𝐼𝐻 got to explain his move, he's doing a little dialogue himself. "My magic is quite simple. It cancels out all physical and magical attacks, period. He calls it." Sorry, I had to do that joke. This is actually something similar to the Demon King and the Supreme Deity. Their magics had allowed them to invert all manner of attacks, magical and physical. So Balin just essentially has all of that put together. 𝐼𝐻 is in shock, but Balin takes advantage of this. He launches himself, saying to 𝐼𝐻, "You were a strong fighter." 𝐼𝐻 blocks, but we all know it is for nothing. Bone Slicer Blade. Balin slams his sword down and breaks 𝐼𝐻's lance and slashes him. All that power and such a waste. Can't you lose for anyone but yourself? 𝐼𝐻 is down, fully passed out, so the winner is Balin. Everyone charges to help 𝐼𝐻 out. Donnie calls for his uncle and just berates Balin, saying, "What the hell did you do to my uncle?" But Balin is saying, "Don't worry, I hit nothing vital, just hurry up and heal him." And Percival confirms this, saying that, yeah, he's not in any real danger, just, blood loss. But Balin, he just walks off like a badass. And the Green Knight saying, Balin, oh, how I want you to serve me. And now it's time for the third match of Block B. Meanwhile, we see what happens with 𝐬𝐿𝐿 and Bors. He can't believe that his master lost. Bors tries to cheer him up by saying, but it looked pretty cool. But that's not the real reason. 𝐬𝐿𝐿 bet all his money on him to win. I mean, that's confidence in your master, but still, dude, that's pretty dumb. And that weird wrapped figure from before just rushes past them. You know, the one that says Tantris earlier before. It rushes over to the side and calls for Tantris. And who is this figure? It's 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫 number 2. Yeah, I think we all knew that this was going to be her, but why is she here? This has Tristan freaking out, saying, why are you here? Did you come by yourself? Are you feeling better? But she says that there's something that she's got to give him. But before we can figure out what it is, a loud horn blows out, calling to him and saying, sorry, we'll talk later. He assures this 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫 that it will be over very soon, and he'll come back a winner. And this assures fake 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫. The long-awaited gladiators are finally here. What kind of epic clash will we get from them? Tristan and Xion enter the arena. Tristan says, well, if it isn't one of the people who tried picking a fight with me earlier. 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫 meets up with the group and calls out, 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫, hey, Xion's is about to start. She looks nervous and asks, do you think he'd even fight the prince for real? Percival answers, nah, I doubt it. Tristan talks to Xion. You seem rather discontent. Do you have anything to say to me? Xion whirls his staff, saying, prepare to face defeat, Tantris. I, Xion, am going to give you exactly what you deserve. Okay, it seems as if Xion has talked himself out, or rather he got the proper pep talk about how he's going to beat Tristan. He needs to see him as Tantris. Instead of seeing the prince, he needs to see this person for the new identity. And this person simply isn't the prince that he dedicated his life to. It's sad, but hopefully we'll get Tristan back, because I am getting so tired of this dang amnesia trope with Tristan. What do these boys have up their sleeve? Will Tristan remember that he has demon magic? What kind of spirits does Xion have up his sleeve? We'll find out in chapter 178. If you love Four Knights and 7 Deadly Sins material, subscribe to the channel. We'll be out with another video very soon next week. But be sure to subscribe to the channel for more fun content. We'll have it out as soon as we can. This has been Dante from the Anime Underworld. I'll see you mortals later.